Welcome to another installment of the Underground Lounge. My name is Lou Will. I am only half the party. The other half of the party is the plastic cup boy himself, my country ass player partner, Mr. Spank Horton himself.
Yeah.
What's up, my brother?
What's good, bro?
And in the lounge today, he doesn't drink too much, so we're going to have a drink for him. But he stopped by the lounge to come kick it with us, share stories, share memories, explore history. NBA champion, Metta World Peace.
Baby. Thanks for having me.
Today.
Let's get it.
Thanks
World,
for having
what's
me,
up, my
Lou.
brother?
Long time, man. Long time.
It's been a minute.
Sort of. It's like a long time, but then it's not.
The business, we did some business together with uniforms and all of that, but
For sure.
man, we started at the family. Our families are close. My son, 6 man, he part of your family. He always at the crib, man, and with everything going on in the city and the state, it's good to see you back in the city with your family. How everybody doing, man? How you doing?
Yeah, we're good, man. We've been in L.A. 16 years now. Yeah, people in New York are a little salty about that because I don't go back home much. But when I got to L.A., this weather.
Yes, sir.
For sure.
I ain't stepping on the plane unless I really have to.
Yeah, let's start from the beginning. You from Queens?
Yeah, man, Queens, Long Island City.
Yeah, why you ain't going home, man? What's up?
You know, like when I first got drafted, I would leave practice in Chicago and drive 14 hours in New York.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And
It's homesick.
I just like to be. I used to like to be in the hood. I still like to be in the hood, but I just needed to get back to on the block.
Yeah.
So I would do that a lot. My first half of my career, I was always home. You know, just hanging out, doing wild shit, and then as I got older, I needed a different shift.
Now, we played together for a couple years when we was with the Lakers, man, but we never really shared our stories and our history, how we grew up. So I want to ask you, is it true that you actually bought the top floor of your project building? Is that a true story?
There's a bunch of stories about me. Is it that? I did some, like when I made it to the league, I actually just redid my apartment in the hood.
Okay.
You know, it was
they try to make it sound like you did some Nino Brown
the whole
shit.
floor.
You got
The
you got the whole top floor of the project.
You know, like I'm such an open book, and I knew when I was in the league that I shouldn't just say shit to everybody. But I didn't care. I wanted to see in the end who was going to be the snitches, right? So
Just playing shit.
it's a lot. There's a lot of people out there just saying random stuff, but you know, I've always been an open book. But there's a lot of stories out there. I don't have time to answer it all.
Yeah.
Right, for sure.
Definitely didn't redo the top floor.
Nah, that was
in Queensbridge.
Yeah, that would have been wild.
Well, so you grew up around the whole 50 Cent and Ja Rule era over there. So who was you? Was you Team Ja or Team 50?
Nah, I'm from Queensbridge, so
That's Nas there,
that's
yeah.
Nas.
That's Nas.
Mobb Deep, MC Shan, Roxanne Shante.
Oh, okay.
CNN.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Molly
Shout out to
Marr.
Nori. Yeah, okay.
That's the great. That's Nas. That's like, you know, he's the
He's the
king
Messiah.
of
Yeah, he's the Messiah over there. Yeah, for sure.
Nah,
for
but
sure.
yeah, very proud to be from there.
Oh yeah, for sure. Queens.
But you know, South Side is like maybe 15 minutes. It's all Queens and
Right. Okay.
And that was your roots. At that time, you was Ron Artest.
Yeah.
And now you're affectionately known as Metta World Peace.
yes,
And
sir.
It takes so much to get people to buy in to change. And for whatever reason, nobody fought you. Everybody's like, cool. Everybody's like, cool, Metta World,
Metta
World
is.
Peace. It's Metta World Peace. What made you take me down memory lane with the name change, the lifestyle change, how you wanted to just change how everybody felt about you, like your energy and your vibe when you entered the room?
Like I wasn't really worried about what people thought. Like when I came into the league and the first thing I did, probably the first one to represent their hood the most out of any NBA player. On the stage with David Stern, first thing I said was shout out to my hood.
Yeah.
When I did the next interview, shout out to my hood, represent Queensbridge all day. And then you see people started to take that on. Now I left the league, everybody turned gangster. I'm like, damn.
For sure.
Like the media's gangster. I'm like, damn.
No, fact.
We leaving that light
The media
up.
more gangster than the player.
You know what I mean?
Like,
Like,
tripping right now, for sure.
But you know, it was all. I never really cared what others thought. What I cared about was how we were perceived. You know, it's things we know people, but you can see somebody in our neighborhood might get arrested. Yeah, you like me, but how you feel about him, right? You know, do you care about that? And what I realized was they didn't. So at some point I was more rebellious at that time when I was younger. So I was just against everybody. I wasn't on nobody's side. So that's why I would over the top rep hard. Because I wanted to make sure the streets know that I'm still here, that I mess with y'all, I don't mess with these other guys. I don't mess with this other side. And that's because I couldn't communicate. You know what I mean? I couldn't communicate the change I was trying to make. And it comes out, in the hood, you'd be like, what? You said what? Yeah, but we gonna pop off right now. That's how we talk. But we don't necessarily learn how to use our words to let that be the fight.
Did you bring a lot of people from your hood with you when you first got drafted and all that?
Yeah, at the draft night, hell yeah, it was 2 buses.
Real shit?
Yeah.
God damn.
Two team buses.
Sheesh.
Yeah, at the draft in D.C.
That's
Whole
what's up.
hotel. We was lit up. Baron Davis was in our room. Yeah,
Party y'all ass off.
We was there. We was in the building.
Tell me about your draft night experience.
My draft night was wild. So Baron was there. Draftees is all in the room. So I had like 2 buses in my neighborhood. Some from Nas Block, some from Mobb Deep Block. And he's burning it down.
Night one.
Night one. We was getting lit right before my Knick practice to try out to go to the team, the workouts.
Right.
I ain't even make it to the practice.
For real?
Yeah, I missed the practice. I was hungover.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I was hungover.
That's crazy. Shit, I thought I had a bad first workout. I ain't miss it though. I was there.
Yo, I missed the whole practice. Couldn't get up. But that's what, that was just like the excitement, the ratchetness that we bring with it. And it is, it is what it is. And so that day I remember we had no money in our pocket. I had 80 singles or something like that. So I was ironing my dollars because I'm like, damn, it's about to get nice.
I remember them
so
days.
I wanted to put fresh money in my pocket. And Baron came to my room. He was like, what you doing, man? I said, I'm ironing my money, man. We about to get this money.
We about to get some more of this.
I had about $80, all irons, folded it up. Yeah, Baron was there.
That's funny. How was it to be from New York and go to St. John's when St. John's was the premier type school? Like, how was it just going there? Like, you know what? I'm staying home. Yeah,
I wanted to, the city. I mean, ATL, Lou represent ATL like no other. And you know how that go. We from our city. We love our city. So, being from New York, I wanted to go from St. John's, go to the Knicks. A lot of people left the city because of the pressure. But for me, anytime somebody would bring that pressure, I'm going right back at you.
Right.
In the Rucker Parks, Gun Hill Parks, I got championships all over the city.
Okay.
And every time I went to somebody else's neighborhood to ball, if somebody would come at me, I'm going right back at them.
Right back at them, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going right back at them. And so I already know that about the city.
Right.
So I was never worried about the city. And then when the Knicks, they passed up on me.
Yeah.
On draft night, I had a Knick jersey under my suit.
Hold on, really?
Real talk. I had the Knick jersey under my suit.
Sheesh.
A lot of people know the story. So I'm like, I told my agent, don't let nobody draft. I was projected top 10, I think.
Right.
I went 16, but I was like, make sure that we get to the Knicks. St. John's wanted, the city wanted. And they passed up on me. Next pick is Chicago. So I'm going on stage. I'm looking down at Eddie Tabb's guy. I'm like, what the?
Yeah, supposed to come get me.
You'll see me. I'm like, what you doing? I think this is crazy.
You remember who they drafted?
They drafted a gentleman named Frederick Weiss. He never even came to the league, but.
Oh, shit. Okay.
But then I went to the Knicks at the end of my career.
Yeah.
So I still put on the jersey.
That's what's up.
You grew up with EB, Elton Brand, and
Brand.
Lamar Odom. Y'all play AAU together.
Yeah, definitely.
What is that like when you grow up with some guys and y'all all on the same path, and not only is it your story, it's your journey, but you got guys that you're very familiar with and they have an opportunity to do the same thing.
It was incredible. That team was incredible. I mean, I met Elton at 5-Star basketball camp in Pennsylvania, and that's when I first met him. He was like 12 or 13 years old. Then we joined forces like 13, 14 years old, Riverside Church Hawks. And I remember playing in practices and stuff like that. It was just like the most competitive practices I've ever been a part of. A lot of fights in practice. Me and Elton got in a fight on the layup line. I told the story before. We on the same team. We so competitive. We got in a fight on the layup line. Like on the same team.
And how?
Oh, yeah, the layup line.
He threw the ball at me, and I thought it hit my fingers kind of hard. So, so I just checked it back at him the next time around.
Yeah.
And then we go back.
See, I want to go through the timeline, bro, because we got so many good stories when we played together.
Yeah.
And you would see a change, you would see a shift because of, like, competitive nature, bro. And you would just see that shift in your energy, man. I remember one time we was in practice, and we was on like a losing streak. We was stinking it up, and Nick was and I tell him, Metta, I've been trying to do this interview with Nick. So we all can talk together because
we need to do this.
We still got to sit down with Nick because it was so much shit going on, man. It was a circus, dog. So we going through shoot around, and I don't know if you want me to tell the story, but I'm halfway through it now. So
I'm an open book, man.
Nick was playing around and shoot around, and Metta said, "Yo, stop playing. You acting like we winning games. Stop playing, like lock in." Nick said, "Man, good." So he still playing around. So on the other end of the court, Robert Sacre is he's a big on our team at the time. He fucking around on the other end of the court. So they got us broke down. Bigs on one side, smalls on the other side. So we going through this shit. So Metta tells Nick again, "Yo, stop fucking playing." Nick keeps playing. So Metta walks straight up to Nick and said, "Hey, bro, didn't I tell your ass to stop fucking playing around?" Nick said, "Go tell that shit to Robert Sacre down there." Metta stopped talking to Nick, walked straight down the court while they're in a drill, and walked straight up to Robert Sacre and said, "Hey, stop fucking playing around." Straight up. And nobody checked it. It was like, "Hey, man, let Metta World say what he got to say and get off his chest." What do you remember about us playing with the Lakers? Not only was they trying to develop young guys at that time, but it was also Kobe last seasons.
Yeah.
What do you remember at that time, man?
Practice to me is everything.
Yeah.
It's always been everything, and then sometimes you'll get a group, especially towards the end of our career, when things started to get soft and they start catering to these young guys. Even if I coach to this day, I already told people I'm coming in and I ain't catering to nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So fire me before I get the job because it ain't happening. But, I'm used to like getting into our pace of practices, our Laker practices with Kobe, and just like day one, ball in the air, we at it. We like dog and lion, and that's how I'm used to practicing. And even as a veteran, I thought if I practiced harder to show the young guys. But our guys are still in the league, though. All of our guys are still
the young guys.
Still, and
all of our guys.
Jordan Clarkson, Julius Randle, Larry
Ingram.
Nance, Brandon Ingram,
Lance,
D'Angelo Russell.
Okay.
Yeah, we got
our guys are still there.
We had some fun memories, bro, and God bless his soul, rest in peace, Kobe.
Yeah, man.
Remembering how y'all relationship started, it was competitive, and you was constantly poking the bear. What made you go from, walk me through the history of that rivalry that y'all was creating, because at that time, guys was allowed to play defense at that time.
Yeah.
And that was your MO. And Kobe was the guy, but you stood 10 toes, head to head with him, and y'all created that bond through competitive nature, but eventually it was the next year.
Next year, yeah.
That you went to the Lakers. Man, walk me through y'all relationship and some of your memories of Kobe.
I played against Kobe for the first time. I was 14, he was 15, I was 15, he was 16, in Providence. So that's the first time I played against him in high school. Then he goes out of high school. You get to the league. I get to the league in 99. And I come into the league, pretty solid defender. I'm locking a lot of people up, even as a rookie. First year we played him in Chicago, they got the highlights. I blocked a shot to go for the game winner, right? So I kind of blocked a shot for the game winner. And we started to develop that competition there.
Right then and there.
But you got to keep in mind, he's on the West Coast. I'm on the East Coast. So as I started to become a better, one of the top defenders in the league, on the defensive side is me, and that's it. Maybe some other names. Maybe there's a few other names.
Right.
Trent Hassel, Bruce Bowen, and some other solid wing defenders. But then you got on the offensive side, you got Kobe, you got Mac. Then you got a lot of other great offensive players. But so for me, I just can't wait to get those matchups. Even if you give me 50, nobody ever scored 50 on me, but even if you give me 40 or 30, So, but then when I got suspended, I missed so many games against Kobe in my prime. I got suspended. games, not even a suspension, just other suspensions. So I didn't see him till I got the sack. And that's when I was playing against Kobe 4 times a year. So then now we going back and forth. He was playing very well. He played very well. I had some good games. But then the next year when I go to the Rockets, that's where, I wasn't playing early because we had T-Mac and Shane. So I was coming off the bench, which was questionable, but
You ain't sure about that.
it's questionable.
Yeah.
So I'm coming off the bench playing like 5 minutes a game, 8 minutes. So I'm like, damn, in my prime. So I'm killing. I'm dying inside. T-Mac get hurt, and then I come in starting. I'm coming averaging 20 for the rest of the season. We went out. We get past the first round. We get to the Lakers. And we almost beat them. We took them to Game 7. We were the only team to take them to Game 7. I averaged like 25 that year, in that series. So I was scoring and playing defense. And then the next year, so I'm at the SLS hotel. So I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna go. I don't got many options because I'm still like questionable. People don't want me in their team.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
I wonder why.
So I don't got a lot of looks. So I'm at the SLS hotel. I get a call from the Lakers at 12:01, June 30th. If you know, the next day is the deadline.
Deadline started at midnight. Yeah.
At midnight. And then they was like, "Yo, the Lakers want to speak to you." And I was like, "What the?" I was like, "For fucking what?"
Was that Mitch at the time?
Mitch.
That was Mitch MO. He must have called me at 12:02.
You called you 12:02?
That was his MO. Like
Right,
if he was looking for you when the deadline started at midnight.
Yeah, that's when he caught right there.
12:01, 12:02, he on the
called him.
phone.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know. I was at the SLS hotel. I remember that day, and I was just like, "Cause they just beat us, so I'm not trying to." I could have went to the Cavs, but I want to play against everybody. I don't want to play with nobody that's top 10. You know what I mean?
That was your mindset at the time.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I ain't playing anybody. So people called. I said, I had to decline because I want to smoke all of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
You answering right now. I want to smoke.
I know. I love it. That's just the competitive nature.
Yeah.
So then when I didn't have any options, I had no more options. Nobody was taking me in my prime. So then I said, I'm just gonna go to the Lakers. And but I was really shocked. I was surprised. Met with Dr. Buss the next morning. Me and Kobe had our first practice. It was super competitive. I mean, first practice was I couldn't wait for it. He couldn't wait for it. And it was everything I
wanted
imagined.
to get some understanding.
Yeah. And that's how we built our relationship.
And that's how you knew Kobe trusted you. Like if he challenged you, he felt like you can help me win. Like you can help me get to the next level if I challenge you, man. And that was one of my biggest, I don't want to say regrets, but I wish I didn't play with him at the very end of his career.
Yeah. You caught him a year late.
Yeah.
Because even 2 years before that, he was cooking.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was cooking.
See, but that's how he started the season. Like mentally, he was there. He was locked in, training camp, and then his body started breaking down.
Right.
And then it changed into like, all right, maybe it is time. So the whole vibe of what we were preparing for, the whole vibe changed.
But you did catch him when he was happiest.
Really?
That year, he smiled a little bit more.
Oh yeah, because
for sure.
he let his guard down.
Yeah.
He allowed people to celebrate him. You're right about that.
Yeah, he never hung out. He never was smiling. He never was making jokes for rookies and just like laughing with everybody. I've never seen that part of Kobe.
Really?
Never, ever until that year.
He never did like dinners, or at least like dinners or something like that? No?
I mean, it depends.
Right.
It's
It's your birthday, Metta, I'll come. All right, but I'm out.
If he want to be around you or if he want to go out. But he locked in. Kobe locked in.
He was locked. But every once in a while, he'll throw you off like, yo, y'all getting into something tonight? You like,
Yeah, I never heard that. I never. I never heard
That was
that.
his happy time. That was his happy time.
but it was like twice. And I don't know whether he was trying to check our temperature and see what we are, or whether he was genuinely coming out. But every once in a while, like you'll have a dinner or something.
Yeah.
And he'd pull up, sit down. And
Man, that was
kick
incredible.
it with you. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But that was my experience. Do you remember what he did to us in Portland though?
Or when we take them shots?
No, with the shoes.
Oh no! Oh yeah! When he took. Oh yeah! I do remember that. Yeah.
He took everybody's shoes.
He didn't take mine.
No, he did not. He did not. So let me tell you, he's telling the truth though. That's a important part of the story. So we get blew out in Portland, get our ass whooped. So we come in the locker room, and mind you, we're a pretty young team outside of me, Metta, Brandon Bass, Nick. we were like the vets. I hope I'm not forgetting somebody
Nick
else.
is immature, so he don't count.
But we were the 4 vets in Kobe, and but the rest of the team, like you said, Julius Randle, Jordan Clarkson, all these very young guys, right? But they put a lot on them young guys. Like they expected them to be successful.
Yeah.
And, you know, they was just going through the rigors. We got our ass whooped in Portland, and Kobe came in the locker room, and he just went down the line and told all the young guys what they need to do to get better. But he skipped Metta, he skipped Brandon, skipped Nick, and he skipped me.
Yeah.
But all the young guys got it. That motherfucker said, from now on out, every single time down the court, I touch the fucking basketball. Y'all gonna learn what it's like to play with Kobe Bean fucking Bryant. Straight up, he was fucking pissed. So the next day we get back to LA, we got practice. Me and Nick sitting in the locker room. It's just me and him in the locker room. Shout out to Carlos. Remember Carlos?
Yeah.
Carlos was our equipment manager. He coming there with the big ass equipment bucket. And he just wiping Kobe's out of motherfuckers' lockers. So Metta was assigned to Nike. I was assigned to Nike. Nick was Adidas. I forget what B-Bass was, but even if he was signed with Nike, he wasn't fucking with B-Bass because he was a vet. He wasn't gonna fuck with him. And so me and Nick looking like, what the fuck? So Nick like, hey, Los, what the fuck you doing, man? He said, I'm taking all y'all Kobe's. Kobe said y'all can't wear his shoes. Y'all too soft. But he went around all the young guys and he took their shoes. But that's just how competitive he was, man. Even in a fucking season where it was a farewell tour, he still was like, bro, we got a standard here.
Right.
And that was real shit coming from 2-4, man.
His last game was a movie.
But you want to chip with him, bro.
I know. It was incredible. He was incredible. It was like watching Superman.
But
some
you
days.
stole the
But
show,
you stole,
though. You stole the show.
Hit the last shot. Won the
Yeah,
game.
it was. I definitely. It was a hell of a moment.
Yeah.
It was a hell of a moment because so that whole playoffs playing with Kobe was crazy. I'm coming in averaging 25 like the year before. So at 29, you don't get worse from June to September.
You felt like you was still like that.
No, I was like that.
You know my mama.
Yo, I was nice. Nobody saw it though. Right. So I get into the season, Kobe he taking all the shots. So it was hard to deal with. I was actually trying to get traded. Like I was like, I can't be here. Yeah. And then Mitch was like, hey, we gotta make it work. Dr. Bus was like, hey, we gotta make it work. You're gonna be all right. So I submitted to it, and then I became a really good role player. You know what I mean? I became a great role player. So, going into I was learning how to be a role player, but the thing was, sometimes you'll go 2 for 9. I got to be okay with that. The fans is like, yo, this Metta's getting old.
Yeah.
He's garbage. You got to eat that.
But your role different, and they don't understand.
They don't understand that. You got to eat that. So in the playoffs, all the closeout games, I had 20 plus. All the closeout games, I played pretty big. And then with the Celtics series, we lost Game 5. Kobe had 25 straight points, which is incredible. He had all of our points from the 3rd to the 4th.
Goddamn.
Yeah.
25 straight. All Kobe. I was watching this dude but for a couple of times down the court, I'm just like, yo, this dude is like Superman. But I had to snap out of it like, yo, you got to play some defense. But I was just watching this dude I couldn't believe it. You know what I mean? And but then we lost that game, and then Phil came to me and was like, I need you to score. And I was shocked. I'm just like, about to go home. He said, yo, I need you to score. I'm like, for sure. I've been waiting for that for a long time. Then game six, I had like 18, and game 7, I had 20. And just being ready in the right time. But I was used to those moments. I was always a go-to guy. My whole career, I was a go-to guy.
But you seemed like you shouted out your therapist, everything, and you really won that shit. What was it like to play for Phil Jackson?
Phil was dope. Phil was he one of the reasons I changed my name, but Phil kept it like locked in, and I never really had that because I was always like the man on my teams, and I brought my energy. My energy was like it swallowed up all the other energy, but on this team, Kobe energy swallowed up all the energy. So, and Phil kept it all in control.
Yeah.
And just going through that season, meditating all the lights off, like
That was
twice a
something
week.
he implemented.
Yeah. Put the sage. First time he put sage, I thought it was marijuana.
Yeah.
I walk into the locker room, I'm like, this is incredible. Right? I'm like, damn, they do it different in LA. But it was sage.
Oh shit! Come on, pass that, Phil. What you
For
doing?
sure.
Pass that.
That's the first thing I was thinking.
But he introduced you to a different way of living, different way
Different
of
way
thinking.
of living, man. It was incredible. Then to win it, to have a big moment, everything just coming at you all of a sudden. And then, I'm like, damn, this is incredible. I want to hold on to this moment. So thinking about Phil, reflecting on Phil, trying to live my life, how we played that, that series and running my life like a team and doing everything like almost like the triangle. The triangle was incredible.
What up? It's Lou Will, 3-time Sixth Man of the Year. When the games tip off, the NBA action is just the beginning on FanDuel, America's #1 sports book. Because FanDuel is your home for NBA live betting, so even if you miss the first few minutes of the game or want to bet on a fourth quarter comeback, you can make your picks on the first whistle until the final buzzer. And plus, you can even combine your live bets into the same game parlay for a shot at a bigger payout. However you want to play, now is the perfect time to join. New FanDuel customers get started with $150 in bonus bets if your first $5 bet wins. Just visit FanDuel.com/UGL to join today. That's FanDuel.com/UGL for your shot at $150 in bonus bets. Make every moment more with FanDuel, official sports betting partner of the NBA. Must be 21 plus and present in select states. For Kansas, an affiliate with the Kansas Star Casino, or 18 plus and present in D.C. First online real money wager only, $5 first deposit required. Bonus issued as non-withdrawals bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit fanduel.com/RG. Call 1-888-789-7777 or visit ccpg.org/chat in Connecticut or visit mdgamblinghelp.org in Maryland. Hope is here. Visit gamblinghelplinema.org or call 800-327-5050 for 24/7 support in Massachusetts or call 1-8778-HOPE, New York, or text HOPE NY in New York. You mentioned that Kobe last game. What do you remember about that?
Yeah, that last game was incredible. That game reminded me when I was playing with Melo in the Knicks. So I'm thinking like, I'm going to get in the game. I was subbing for Melo at the time. Melo go off, I don't get in the game. Melo had 62. So this is Kobe's last game. I'm like, all right, Kobe going out. I'm happy for him. He probably going to score about 25 because he was still real tired that year, right? He'll score about 25. I'll give him some rest. I'm going to get about 8 points, maybe 6. Man, Kobe, I didn't touch the floor.
No.
He missed his first 7 shots. Oh, wow.
Do you know why you didn't touch the floor?
Because Kobe was on fire.
No, because Kobe told us that he was going to shoot 60 shots. And we
said that?
Yes.
Oh wow!
I didn't know he said that.
He said it to you too. I got you. Because listen, mind you, you won a championship with him. I'm still like, that's Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still like, oh shit. Like I play with this dude. Dog walked in there. He said, yo, I'm gonna take 60 shots. I want y'all to play. We like, hell no. We want to watch like everybody else. That's why you didn't play. That's why I didn't play. That's why Brandon Bass didn't play.
Did you get a minute that game?
None of us played.
Yeah, I didn't get 1 minute.
No, that's why.
I was just waiting like I'm about to get self for Kobe.
Yeah. But
Everybody watching.
Hey, but you know what, world? We were in uniform.
Yeah.
But we knew we weren't going to play. But when you came out there and you felt that energy, you wanted some action.
You wanted some action.
Like,
Yeah, you wanted the action.
You wanted some action. But we were shut down.
Yeah, I realized, third quarter, 2 minutes in, I'm like, all right, this might be it.
That was a movie, though.
Yeah, it was incredible.
About Kanye, Jay-Z,
Yeah, big time.
Denzel Washington.
Everybody was there.
Anybody that you can imagine was there for a regular season game against the Utah Jazz, bro. And it was a real celebration. I never played with somebody and they were commemorated on the court during the game. It was a 24-8 on the court.
Wow.
I never had seen
and
that before.
he was the biggest star that night, and he put on a hell of a show.
He gave them folks exactly what
What did he finish with? 50? 60?
60.
Sheesh.
60 on the head. And he took 59 shots.
He took 59 shots?
No, I think it was 50
gonna
shots.
take-
It was 50 shots.
50 shots?
50 shots. 50 shots.
Jeez. He was
That was
shooting.
incredible.
Yeah.
You got to be in shape to take 50 shots.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He went out with a bang.
Nah, for real.
Yeah, taking 50 shots is not easy.
You ever took 50 shots before?
Never took 50 shots in my life.
Lou?
I don't think I probably a 30 or 40.
30 or 40?
Yeah, and that's probably like high school. That's probably like a high school.
Sheesh.
I can't imagine 30, 40
You was
shots.
the first person I called when Kobe passed.
Yeah.
I called. No, Kevin
We
Garnett was the
spoke-
first person I called, and I called you.
I
I just couldn't believe it. I said, I gotta call somebody real.
Yeah, talk to somebody.
I'm like, please tell me this is the. Then the first thing you said was like, it's true.
Yep,
Like, yo.
I was in Orlando. I never forget. I was in Orlando. I was taking my pregame nap.
Yeah.
And I woke up and my texts and my phone calls was going crazy. I knew something happened, but I just had I just remember everything was a blur. So I was just going through all my texts and I stopped on my daughter's name because out of the mist I saw my daughter's name. So when I clicked on her text, she texted me, said, "Dad, is it true that Kobe died?" And I jumped up like, what the fuck?
Right.
And I put it on CNN,
Yeah.
and that's what I saw. And shortly after that, I was on the phone with Metta. I remember like the world stood still, bro.
Yeah, it did.
Like grown men boohoo crying. We didn't want to play the game. We didn't want to play. We didn't want to play the game. We had to play the Magic, and what we had decided with them was on the tip, we were gonna run the shot clock down because the shot clock was 24. Both teams did it as a tribute, but you talking about being a part of a basketball game that the referees didn't want to referee, fans didn't want to be there,
Everybody was out of it, yeah.
players didn't want to be there. Like I had never experienced
Really?
that type
That's
of environment for a game. Like nobody wanted to be there, and we literally I'm willing to go look and see how long did that game last. It probably was one of like the quickest games that I've ever been involved in. Because usually the run of game is like 215, 220. We probably played that game in like an hour 45 minutes, bro.
Damn.
Just trying to get out of there.
Just get out of there.
Yep.
Yeah, it's crazy. I couldn't believe it. I know the first time I'm used to Kobe like Superman. I'm thinking if that did happen, he's definitely going to come walking out, like
Right.
he'll make it out. Because that's what he do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you also thinking he will walk through the door. I'm thinking he going to walk through this door one day. He going to tell me he was bullshit.
Straight up, that's how I felt.
That's
though,
how
bro.
I felt, man. I was just like waiting. And at some point, it hits you like it's still surreal. Like I'm not 100% there, cause I won't be surprised. But sometimes you gotta hit as reality hits.
Yeah, I don't know about you, world, but it's still difficult for me. Like I try to block it out. A lot of times I only talk about Kobe when I'm behind this microphone. But other than that, if I see something like on Instagram, social media, even TV, I change the channel. I still can't
Check out
really.
of it.
Yeah, I still really can't really.
I know I had him on. He's been on my profile since, the year he passed, then the next year, because I was busy. I was doing something, and his birthday hit, and I didn't post. And I'm like, hell no, I can't. So I just left him up there. He's on my Twitter, he's on my Instagram. So if I'm working and it's his birthday or something, like,
Right.
Yeah.
happy birthday. You know what I mean? Like, so yeah, just like he's meant a lot, to me and to everybody. Helped me get my ring and something I always wanted. And he was a good dude. Came to my, he called me one day at the end of his career. He was like, "Yo, Met, get those beats ready. Come into your room." He said, "We gonna freestyle." I said, "What?" I got a bunch of beats in my laptop. He said, "I put them on." He started freestyling. He said, "All right, now you go. What you got?" I said, I can't freestyle, Kobe. I don't got to freestyle." So he just kept going for like maybe 30 minutes or an hour, just like spitting to every beat I put on.
What's up with that? It's a lot of NBA rappers. It's a lot
Hold
of
up,
NBA
we gotta
rappers.
start at Metta because
Go ahead.
Metta is probably the first hooper / rapper that took a chance on his hoop career
Yeah.
for his
and
rap
when
career.
yeah.
You told them folks you was gonna take a year off
To drop an album.
to promote your rap album.
I actually took some time off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I went down to Miami. Well, my grandma passed away too. So my grandma passed away, which was like devastating. I did need time off, but I took my time off to go to like BT Awards and
I forgot about that. Yep,
Listen,
yep.
if you gonna distract yourself, have some fun.
Yeah.
No, real talk. I needed
Got on
that
stage
time.
and everything though.
Yeah, I was on stage, but I really wanted to make a perfect album. I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to make it because when I did my first record, I'm from where Nas is from, and I always wanted to be like Nas, not like, an NBA. Nas is like the guy, right? More deep. So everybody in the hood wanted to be like Nas. So when I made it to the league, I said, damn, I want to do an album. I want to be like Nas. So my first record, I remember I recorded it. I brought it to K-Slay, R.I.P. K-Slay. So keep in mind, there's no mix on the record. So I'm like, this is my first record debuting in New York City. New York City's a tough crowd.
Yeah.
So they played a record. It was called Criticize This. No 808, no kick. So in my mind, I'm like, this shit is fire. Yeah. But the fans' mind, they was like, this is trash.
What's going on, bro?
So I'm heated because people were like, now word getting out that Metta is trash. So I said, I'm gonna do more songs. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna double down.
I'm gonna double down. I'm gonna do more. I'm gonna do more. And then so as I'm doing these records, I'm working out like 5 hours a day, 6 hours a day. And so I can do a verse and I gotta leave. I do a verse and I gotta leave. So I can never finish a song, And that was always bothering me. So I said, I need to take time off. I need a perfect album. I need to give it my all. And I just never was able to do that. So I just, throughout my career, I record. I got like 500 songs. But throughout my career, I just kept recording. But I was never able to really complete it.
Would you ever release them, the songs that you got?
Nah, some of them is vulgar, man. Some of them.
Different time in your life.
Different time, that's true.
Different
That's
time in your
true.
life.
I took them all of iTunes.
Right. You got kids to play ball, right?
Yeah.
One of my sons, I said one of my sons, I only got one. My son played against
All right, now.
your son. Only got one, y'all. Only got one, y'all. Got one kid, man. Played against your son, the one that played at Beverly Hills High.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, my son played against him, and he was good. He was good. He was good.
He was late bloomer. He started late.
Right.
I had two sons play ball, and I wish they would have went to the league.
Right.
But it just wasn't like that. But they're gonna go to the league in other ways.
For sure.
They're gonna be successful in other ways. They're doing business now, and one's a computer science major, so he's developing video games. And my son's launching a sports agency, Lil Ron. So
that's good shit right there.
yeah, man, I'm really excited. It took him a while to find what he wanted to do, but now he's launching.
And sometimes it takes a little time.
agency,
So what do you feel about like nepotism in the NBA? Like how LeBron got Bronny in?
Well, I'm for it. I mean, now. Kobe was going to train my son one day.
Yeah.
But I said, you're not working hard enough. So I'm not going to waste Kobe's time. Now, I wish like I would have never did that because Kobe's not here no more.
What happened, right.
You know what I mean? I wish, but I'm like, so me, I make my kids work for everything a little too much. Is maybe not right.
A little extra. Yeah. Got to get it from the mud. I got it from the mud. You got to get it. Yeah,
maybe
I get
not
it.
right. But on the flip side, I would love to play my son.
Right.
I would love to play my son.
Dope as hell. Shoot.
And Bronny, people sleep. Bronny's a second round pick. He's not the first second round pick ever.
Right.
He's not the first player ever that's going to be good in 2-3 years. By the way,
No, Bronny's gonna be fine.
He gonna be.
Bronny, and I like the fact that everything has calmed down, and that's allowing him the space to really be a pro, really learn what it's like to put his work in and give himself an opportunity. I like the fact that he did that.
He's built like a tank.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So at some point, there's gonna be a lot of people too small for him. At some point,
I think he's gonna be fine. Metta, man, we was down in ATL. We sat down with our brother Stack 5, man. We sat down with Steven Jackson, and we talked about y'all Indiana days, and it was turbulent.
Yeah, Indiana practice is crazy.
No, not the practices. He said, that y'all had a lot going on as a group, a bunch of young guys coming from streets, coming from a lot of different backgrounds, man, and y'all was getting into a lot of trouble, and then it eventually led to on the court, Malice in the Palace. Do you feel like that day changed everything for you, or do you feel like it was at a different time? As far as
that was the worst possible thing that could have happened in my life, probably. Because the way I practice, you saw when I came into the league to when I became an all-star and started to dominate on defense, and that's in a time where the dinosaurs all the bigs was there. Garnett, Duncan, Shaq, they all was in the league, and I was coming and taking those big man awards. And so I was coming in making a name for myself. And then the brawl, I was playing very well that year. You got to see the highlights. The first 9 games.
Yeah, you was killing, and that's what get lost in that.
You got to see that. You got to see how I was cooking these niggas.
I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and
look at the first 9 games. The year before that, I was averaging 18. I got Defensive Player of the Year. I finished 6th in MVP. I come back averaging 25. None of these niggas can do anything.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So this is so I'm trying to get MVP that year, by the way. We was the best team in the league before the year before. We was number 1 team. And this year we was the best team also. So that's what was happening that year. So I missed out. I was definitely gonna be an all-star. I was the best. I would have been in that game.
Yeah.
I would have been another all-team, another all defensive player.
Yeah, been more accolades, more
accolades. So that I was pretty hurt about that. I lost every deal that next day. I remember I lost every single deal. The next day, next 2, I was getting my check in like maybe 10 days. That check didn't come. November 31st, that was it. No check.
You had the longest suspension in NBA history?
Yeah, longest suspension.
Oh, y'all know about Malice in the Palace? Oh, I was ready to say what?
Well, yeah, so I get hit with a couple of beers. So Ben, I fouled Ben, soft foul, by the way. And I don't have nothing against Ben.
Soft foul.
Depends on how you look at it.
You gotta look at this. Look at the highlight.
Look at it.
The foul was soft. It wasn't. He didn't fall.
No, you didn't.
He wasn't gonna fall, Metta. Y'all are 2 titans.
But there's other fouls that was worse where right, when people try to take your head off, they low bridge you,
Right.
Yeah.
things like that. So, but he got upset. So I'm like, all right, cool. I got 24 in the game. We up. So I'm like, there's no need to fight because we killing these niggas. Yeah. right? And we about to run through the season. So as I go back, to the scores table, they say I was avoiding Ben. The refs push me back. I'm like, that whole thing where don't hold me back, don't hold me back.
Right.
I'm not trying to look like that on TV. You know what I mean? I know my friends when they fight, I seen that whole thing. Don't hold me back. Don't hold me. I don't like looking like that.
I'm gonna just walk. I
like
walk
to
off.
make it happen.
Yeah, man. Let's
You know what I mean? So I'm not about to fight and look like I want to fight. So I'm like thinking, I'm thinking it's gonna, when somebody push you and they throw stuff at you, really the ref, they say they go here and they go there.
Yeah.
It don't take 5 minutes to eject somebody. It take, what's the most, a minute?
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Even
And
less
that's
than
gonna
that.
and that's gonna be the player tripping. That ain't gonna be the referee.
Right.
Yeah, so the referees never went like this. You understand what I'm saying? They never went like that. So when I got hit with the cup, that's why I didn't expect that. When I got hit with a cup of beer in my face from a fan, I just didn't expect it.
You blacked out.
Yeah, I was like,
I feel you though. Every once in a while, I never got there.
Right.
But you might hear something and you turn into a human.
Yeah.
You turn into a human.
No,
You're
that's
not
real.
a basketball player. And you like, boy, I will send somebody to this seat right now. If I'm not coming myself. Like, that shit it can get escalated quick. So let alone a motherfucker throw a drink at you.
I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe
Motherfucker ran up the row 22, letter F. Ha!
22F.
Hey, no part of that story though. You eventually became cool with the guy that did that?
Yeah, because so I get back the next year, I'm super depressed, I missed out on the whole season, and I'm traumatized. Like I gotta go back and play after all this, people calling me thug, all this stuff. I gotta get back on TV and play ball, after all this media stuff. So I'm like, damn, I don't want to play this year. So that summer, I went up to like 270 pounds. Like I went from in prime shape to like, I was ready to quit. So I get traded to Sacramento that year, and I tell Rick Adelman, I'd be like, yo, I'm trying to exit the league, so I need you to not play me. So I said, just keep me at the end of the bench. I'm not gonna make a big scene, and I'm about to be out of the league. And he came to me, he said, nah, he said, you're gonna take us as far. We're gonna go as far as you take us. He said, I ain't letting you off the hook. So I was 273, and that motivated me. That just turned me back. Like, I'm like, damn, I got something to live for again. So we was in last place in Sacramento in February. I got there, And then we 26 and 15. I was still cooking these niggas. I was out of shape. Man.
Out of shit.
Out of shape. So, and I made first team all defense that year and a half a season. So I was still a little bit kind of depressed throughout my years, you know, my like 3-4 years after. So I reached out to him. I said, I need to get rid of this one. So I reached out to him and I found his number, called his house. Say, hey, this is Ron Artest.
That energy was still on you.
Yeah, just like I need to let it go, like have a conversation. Yeah. So when I reached out to him, his wife answered the phone. I was like, it's Ron Artest. She said, get the fuck out of here. This ain't Ron Artest. I said, yes, it is. I want to talk to John. And I told her why. I said, I want to try to patch some things up. And she says, Ron's on the phone. And I tell the story a lot.
Ron's on the phone. Any normal day.
Yo,
Ron's on the phone.
Bro, I swear to you, just a normal day. Yo, he come to the phone and he say, what's up, Ron? Like you know me.
Right.
That shit threw me off.
What up, my guy?
He disarmed you?
Yeah. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I liked him at that point, even though I lost tons of money, millions, tens and tens of millions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was like, that made me like him more, and we just talked about a few things. It's a man to man. When I have a problem with a man, I'm gonna address it with him. You know what I mean? So we talked about it, and we was gonna turn it into a positive. Like, let's do some positive stuff. Let's go on the tour and talk about, because you know, in the hood, you have a difference with somebody, you're gonna let that thing go.
Nah, right.
Yeah. Right, and it don't always have to go like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? So for me, I thought this is an opportunity to like really make this is incredible. So, and then that was it. And then he told me the story. So the guy, what happened was when I got hit with the bear, the fan that went like this, I tell the story all the time, but the fan that raised a hand, he bet John $50 that he could hit me with a cup of beer. John told me the story. He said, I gotta apologize to you. We bet $50 that we, you know what I mean, that we could hit you with that cup of beer. He said, I had to take the bet.
Get that ticket money back.
So it's really, you know what I mean, it brought
John
closure.
didn't know he was gonna set history off, did he?
He ain't know.
About $50.
Right.
That's why the other dude never sued me. The dude that was like, oh, and they said I ran after the wrong fan.
Yeah.
And I always tell the story because people got to know the fan that I shook the shit out of. That's what I wanted to Bernie Mac, right? Shake the shit out. You know, he bet the money.
Yeah.
He bet the money. That's why he don't say nothing.
Right.
Now you're an advocate of mental health. How did you begin that journey?
I've been on that journey since 2000. I've been on that journey for a minute, and I've been wanting to tell my story because, you know, back in the days, we played with players that was hiding everything when we came into the league.
Yeah.
People was going through a lot.
Yeah, there was no such thing as like
mental
health or therapists or team doctors.
Nothing.
You had none of that.
Yeah.
You had to get through it.
Shit. Yeah.
And so I wanted to bring more light to it. So then, you know, I just started to talk about my shit open. I just started to talk about it. And people would call me crazy, like, man, it's crazy. He talking about his therapist. He talking about this, but it was changing people's lives to the point now I'm on the board of UCLA Psychiatric Ward. I'm on the board of like a bunch of psychiatric wards, you know, and psych different groups, big groups, which is like now I can able to make change. And I'm not getting tons of credit, corporate credit, but in terms of who started the wave.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
And that gonna point to one person.
That's a fact.
You know, a lot of players is coming out now about it, though. I know DeMar, Kevin Love, a few more players talking about it. So that's good, though. You open up the door.
Yeah, open up the door. Now you got therapists on every team. Every team got therapists.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Every team.
Oh, that's what's up. That's what's up right there.
Hey.
We all for mental health in the lounge.
We need it, baby. We need it, baby.
Yeah.
We got DeMar book right there. You know what I'm
Shout out to DeMar.
Yeah.
Yes,
DeMar
sir.
pulled up. D-Wade pulled up on us earlier, man. Dropped some wine off.
Oh, damn. Really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's the way you look at right there. Winery, I mean, wine. I'm sorry.
You ever play Wade Spades?
Uh-uh.
He got a spade game.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, Wade Spades.
Oh, yeah, he in the space. I forgot. He used to have space terms. I should have asked him
Oh,
about
word?
that.
Yeah, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
he might have to line that up.
Oh, you in the space like that?
We like that. You play space,
I
man?
play spades and I play Big Wiz. Y'all play Big Wiz?
What's Big Wiz?
I ain't up on Big Wiz.
Somebody play Big Wiz?
What's Big Wiz?
Damn.
I ain't up on that.
Yeah,
one.
all right, cool.
Break it down. Talk to us. Hold on. Talk
That's
to us.
spades on steroids, the trade game.
Okay, so what's
It's spades on
wild?
steroids. You know,
So what's wild?
everything is moving. It's next level spades, next level.
So everything this is all spades or something
But
like
you don't
that?
have
The
a
game is
partner, right?
changing. You got partners. You got partners.
Oh, wow.
The game is constantly changing from highs to lows in different suits, and the game is constantly changing. It's high level movement.
Wow. Okay. I might
Yeah,
have to,
this is a trade game.
All right, I'm going to sit down and learn that one.
Oh, you got to
Big
learn that
Wiz.
one. We got to play. Right
let's
here
do
live
it.
on the underground.
We're going to do an underground lounge.
You know
Big
about
Wiz.
it.
Yeah, for sure. You know?
Spades on steroids.
All right,
for sure.
for sure. Like that.
Spank, I want to get into the fucking bucket.
You want to do the fucking bucket?
Yeah, let's get into the bucket.
Let's do the fucking bucket.
All right,
Come on.
Metta World,
That's
what we got
do.
what we got in the lounge is called a fucking bucket. Anything is in here. Only rule about the fucking bucket, you just can't lie.
Ah, damn.
You just can't lie. Pull some out the bucket.
I got to go first?
Yeah, you the guest, man.
You the guest, so you go
They done seen us
first.
do it 100 times.
Yeah, I'm too comfortable around Lou. I start cursing on TV. Every other place, I'm like, yes, sir. All right. Damn. All right. Hey, anybody watching Partners, this is Lou Williams. He's my friend, and I'm on his show.
We're going to take good care of you.
If you were a sex toy,
Oh, shit.
which one would you be and why? Damn. It's not the climate for that. I know which ones I'm not saying.
None involving baby oil or none of that. We know that for sure.
All right,
Right.
so what I would say is, if I was a sex toy,
Yeah.
I probably would be the classic Joan. If I needed something to represent me.
You gotta say the name, bro.
You
gotta say the name, bro.
You spell it. I probably would be the classic if I needed one
you
to
be a classic.
represent me. Just long, strong. There you go. I'll break the ice. Go ahead.
All right, cool. So, who wrote these, by the way? Who?
Everybody contributes.
Everybody contributes. Yeah, everybody
Okay.
contributes.
All right, so if I would be a spatula.
You spanking shit. What about you, Spank?
I'll be the what's the name that the women love now? The rose, yeah, I'll be the rose. I'll be the rose. That's what the women love right
be a
now.
what?
The rose. It's like a little rose thing that they put on the clit and it go crazy.
Oh, man.
It go crazy. I went too far? This ain't after hours? My bad. This ain't after hours. Yeah, just the rose.
Matter of fact, let's
I'll be
get
the
another
rose.
one out there.
Pass this up. It's on you now. All right, here we go. Let's see what we got here. Would you rather have a date that ends in laughter or one that ends in a passionate kiss? I'm going to go with laughter, man. I'm going to go with laughter. Yeah.
They said, would you rather have what?
Would you want end the date with a passionate kiss or with laughter? Yeah.
You heard what I did?
Yeah, the kiss. Yeah. If the kiss don't lead to nothing, I'm gonna be upset. So I'm gonna say laughter. Yeah, I'm gonna go with laughter.
I'm gonna go. Can I? Since I heard that wrong, can you read that again? 'Cause-
Would you rather end the date with a passionate kiss or would you rather end the date with laughter?
I'm gonna see you later.
now I want a kiss.
You want the kiss?
Yeah, for
You
sure.
want the kiss?
Yeah,
Kiss?
yeah, give me the kiss.
I'm gonna go with the laughter. It's your turn, brother.
Give me the kiss. You want a motherfucker to joke you
Yeah, I'm
out
going with the
your
laughter, man. Kiss? If I can't lead to nothing else, yeah, nah, I'm cool. Nah, but I don't just want to kiss and say, all right, talk to you tomorrow. Nah, passionate kiss? Nah. They got to go down after that.
Come on.
That's why I'm going to go laugh. That's why we go.
I did that smooth.
What happened? You saw one and put it back?
Nope.
Yep.
It's no cheating, man.
What's your go-to karaoke song when you want to impress someone? What is your go-to karaoke song when you want to impress
Hey, I got some good questions in here. This is great. I wish this should have came out first. I didn't even know those existed.
Yeah. We like to get the real
Yeah, we do
shit.
the little standard interview
we-
podcast,
yeah.
then we get the fun stuff.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
get into some fun, man. My go-to karaoke song, if I'm trying to impress somebody and I probably want to sing all the words, crowd
Got to
participation.
know the words, yeah.
A smash, I'm gonna go Lovers and Friends, Usher, Lil Jon, and Luda.
That's a good one.
That's
a good one.
probably what I'm gonna go with.
How'd that go?
I've been loyal for a long time. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
That's a good one.
I'll probably go with that. What about you, Metta?
I'm going SWV.
SWV? Which
Hell
one?
yeah.
Which one?
Pick one.
Pick one.
You know,
yeah,
we'll go.
yeah. That's true.
I'm a big SWV fan. I went to their concert for the first time this year,
Yeah.
and it was incredible.
SWV?
No, SWV.
It was
dope.
incredible. Like I never seen them live, so I did buy a ticket like a year in advance 4 years ago. So I bought a ticket a year in advance 4 years ago, right?
You a big SWV fan?
Yeah, it's my favorite group.
Oh,
favorite
right.
artist.
There you go. That makes sense.
So I buy a ticket a year in advance because I got to see SWV before they stop. September passed. I bought the tickets for September. September passed. It's November. I'm like, oh shit, I forgot to go. I forgot to go. So then, years later passed, and they was at the Forum, and somebody's like, yo, SWV's at the Forum. I said, I gotta go. So I went, and it was incredible. But back to us. So you can pick Rain. You can go with Rain.
Yeah, right. Right.
How Rain go?
She was incredible.
On me.
I was about to say, all y'all out of key.
Sometimes
I can't
it
sing,
feels like a mistake.
Hey, come on now.
Yeah.
I can't sing, brother. What you
What about you,
expect
Spank?
out of me, brother?
Nah, that was bad though. You supposed to at least leave me.
What would I do? I don't know no words in those songs, man. I'll probably do, it's to impress somebody. So I'll do LL, I Need Love. I'll do that.
Oh, that's that. You're a smooth
That
dude. I
fit
see
you.
your style.
That fit.
Yeah, I'll do
That fit. That's a good song. No, I can see you really getting into that.
When
John.
I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall in the back of my mind. I hear my conscience call, telling me I need a girl. Come on now. Yeah, I'll do that.
Nas is
I know them words. I know them words.
Your favorite
I know.
rapper. SWE is your favorite group. Shit, I got my answer. I was looking
What?
to see what I wanted to ask.
You forgot
I was
your
gonna
answer?
say what was your R&B group?
Right.
What is
Yeah.
SWV?
You know what's crazy about SWV? I went backstage to meet them first time ever. So I was in fan mode. It was incredible. I was by myself at the concert. I had like 4 blunts on me. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all was lit.
You ready to get into your bag? You ready to get in your bag?
And then I was like, they from Brooklyn and Queens. I didn't even know they was from New York.
Yeah,
really?
they're from New York. Yeah,
Never
SWV.
knew SWV's from
Yep.
New York.
I'm from Philly, so I was up on SWV.
I thought they from Atlanta.
No, that's
Shit,
Atlanta.
I would have guessed that too, though, if I ain't know no better.
Oh, for real? No, they New York. They New York.
And you know, one time Obama, he told me we won a championship. So he comes in, not at the White House, but a different setting. So I'm like, damn, Obama's here. This is crazy. He comes in, hey Metta, good game, man. We gonna play some basketball. I'm gonna invite you to the White House. So that's all that's on my mind. You know that. So a year passed, I don't get no invite. 2 years passed, I don't get no invite.
Nigga looking for Obama?
3 years, 4, 5 years passed. So just to make a long story short, it's still on my mind. Yeah. I'm waiting for the game. I see everybody go to the White House. I'm just like, I didn't get no invite.
Yeah.
I'm like,
We can use that. We gonna make sure Obama get his
Hey.
flowers.
Yeah, we gonna tag the shit out of Obama for that part.
I would have been good with, hey, great game.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
just don't
They had to
tell me no
add-
bullshit.
Yeah, they had
though.
to add to it.
I'm waiting for that game. I'm still waiting for that.
That's
I just want to take a shot with Obama. That's it.
Yeah. Funny as hell. I met Obama briefly. I don't even know if we officially met, but we met. He said my name, but I went to the Kennedy Awards, and I was standing around, and you just start seeing a path getting cleared. Motherfuckers just getting out the way, and a dude with a suit stood right in front of me, and he was like, hey, how you doing, man? I'm Secret Service. Can you step back? He was like, man, can you mind if you just take a step back? President Obama's about to come through. And I was like, oh, shit. But they just started lining the hallways. That motherfucker came down the stairs, and he was shaking hands, kind of speaking to people and shit. He looked at me. He said, Lou? Lou? He kept walking. I was like, oh, shit. I was like, oh, shit,
That's
Obama know who I am.
That's cool as shit right there.
Yeah.
That's cool as
That's
shit right
fine.
there.
That's the only time you ever met him? Only time?
That's it.
Yeah, you ain't
we
gonna
didn't
be-
shake hands or nothing.
didn't shake hands,
When
they
he
just,
looked me in my eyes, Lou.
He said, lemon pepper?
Yeah. He really looking like, what the fuck are you doing here. Like, I was the only probably young person, one. Semi-only black person in the room, and you know, I'm standing out.
Right.
Like, what the fuck are you doing in here? I was live. I was in the building.
Did you know he knew you?
Huh?
Did you know he knew you?
Hell
was?
no.
Hell no. How we gonna know that?
I ain't never won no
When you checked in
championship.
there, you probably didn't know
I ain't go
either.
to the White House, man. That's some shit y'all did.
Oh shit.
Close us out, Spank.
Fucking. Before we close out, though, I want to ask another question. Far as the NBA going on right now, do you get like young guys reaching out to you, and even though it's not a lot of defense being played, but do they reach out to you wanting some information from you and stuff like that? And do you return the call, or do you just
I'm always available for young players all the time.
Okay.
Because I know what players go through.
Right.
And now these guys are making astronomical amount of money.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? But still, the human part, I'm still like paying attention if the player needs something, because money make things worse, actually.
For sure.
So many people is wealthy and suicide or just like whatever. But yeah, always available for young players all the time, man. You got to make yourself available.
For sure. Do you
they
go back to
need you.
games too? You go back to like?
I go
games?
sometimes.
Sometimes.
I haven't gone this year, but I go. Yeah, I go. Well, it took me a little bit of time to not be competitive.
But
So when I go to the game, I'm like, I'm thinking about.
Even though you got a bucket, you are a defensive-minded player. Do you like where the game is now? Like, how is it played on offense? Do you feel like it's eliminating the elite defensive players?
I would have still been fine playing defense in this era. Because even when I was playing defense, the refs would be like, take your hands off, but I don't foul out.
Yeah.
I say, call a foul. All right, that's one.
Right, yeah. Do your job.
I'm not going to foul out. You got 5 fouls. All right, I'm not going to foul again.
Right.
I'm going to put my body in your way. You're going to look at the ref. The ref is going to say, hey, get up off the star player. I'm going to say, I was here first. And, so I could have easily played in this era. Right. But I think the game, it's not about me thinking if the game, it's everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people don't like the style right now. And that's because they just changed it.
Yeah.
They was trying to make it where, foreigners can come in and play an American sport.
I was just about to say they wanted to make it more sustainable for the international guys to be able to play.
This is America, man.
Took a lot of the physicality out.
Yeah,
This is Chicago. This is New York. This is ATL. This is American basketball, and
Right.
we need that American basketball back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
I think it's gonna come back though.
You think it is?
Yeah, maybe not.
It's gonna have to be a lot more of people complaining. But like you said, man, when you
With the
when you
ratings
watch
down, it might.
yeah, but you should never watch a game where you see two teams miss 73 3-pointers in a game.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And you paid to come watch that. Like, if I just wanted to watch motherfuckers shoot, I can go to Dave and Buster's. I'll shoot. Fuck, I'll shoot them motherfuckers 73 threes. But like you said, hopefully they come back and they get to.
There's a few plays I like. Like I like Edwards. Edwards is like
Anthony Edwards. Yeah.
You like
Yeah,
Edwards?
I like
Edwards is just like he picked
tough.
up half court. It's
ATL.
like he's trying to pay homage.
Now he old school. He an ATL cat, but he grew up around a lot of old school hoopers in the A.
Yeah, that's a good question. Name your top 5 small forwards.
Top 5 ever?
Yeah.
Top 5 small forwards. I'm gonna throw Bernard King in there.
Okay.
Not to say he's number
York,
one, but I'm
let's
just
go.
going. Larry Bird. He played small forward the most of his career.
That's the first time I heard Larry get in there.
Larry. If you watch Larry was making N1 jumpers. When you watch Larry highlight, you're gonna see people fouling him,
Yep.
and you're gonna see him making jumpers.
Don't touch no rim.
While being fouled,
Yeah.
and 3-pointers while
Yeah.
being fouled. Like these you can't see Larry Bird, but you'll see Larry. LeBron's a small forward, so probably LeBron number 1. Who else?
I'm trying to think other small forwards.
Dominique, not a small forward.
No, I think he was power.
Dr. J's a small forward.
Dr. J.
You respect old school hoop?
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I was about to get
The
into.
lineage. The lineage came from. The lineage is incredible.
That guy right there.
Hey, it's certain players like Bob Cousy, a guy like Bob Cousy. If you watch how he Pistol Pete. If you watch Pistol Pete,
You like Bob Cousy game?
you got. watch Bob Cousy, old school. You'll see the lineage. If you watch Bill Russell and you watch Bill Russell against Wilt Chamberlain, watch those highlights, and you'll see Wilt Chamberlain average 20 rebounds, 13 points. Right, that's rookie year. But people say he's playing against Fireman. He was averaging 50. He wasn't averaging 50 his first year. He was averaging only about. He worked to average 50, but then he played against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Kareem played against Hakeem. Hakeem played against Shaq. The lineage is there. Now, not with everybody.
Do you like Bob Cousy?
Bob is not bad. I like Pistol Pete.
I like Pistol Pete.
Pistol was nice.
Yeah, I got no slander for Pistol.
Let me
Jerry West is nice.
Jerry West was definitely nice. Do we like where the game is? Like
they said Wembyama? Wemby, let's say
Wemby, yeah.
Yeah, Wemby, he might be a billionaire by the time he's done, he said.
Quite possibly.
Career.
No, before that.
Before that?
Yeah.
100% before that.
Sheesh.
Yeah.
You looking at guys that might see 600-700.
Oh yeah, before that, you'll see multiple
You might
players.
see guys
multiple
make
players.
600-700, bro.
Multiple
you already
players.
starting to see it on the baseball side.
Yeah, for sure.
Shit, the baseball players is
For
doing.
sure. I don't know.
Man, what?
Look at the ladies. Let's listen to the ladies. They know.
But you know what I don't like about the game? Sorry. You know what I don't like about the game? Because they'll say that we out of touch. But the coaches that are coaching are 50 and 60 years old.
Yeah.
Don't try to, they got these little games that they play.
Shit.
Like you're retired, now you're out of touch. I'm retired when I was 37.
Right.
I'm in touch with the game. You know, guys like Jamison Brewer set the tone. Jamison Brewer was teaching these coaches how to push it and don't slow it up. You know, Jamison ATL. He was way ahead of his time. But he's not going to get that credit.
He's not gonna get that look.
I always give Jamison Brewer his flowers. He's way ahead of his time.
Dope shit. Well, man, this has been a great convo with you, bro. This has
Thanks,
been a great
man.
For real.
damn convo, man. This is Metta World Peace right here,
My
ladies and gentlemen.
followers up on Instagram.
I was gonna say that.
And we must tell the lounge, and we got to tell you, Metta, we rarely talk basketball in the lounge.
Yeah, we do.
We rarely even
appreciate you.
talk hoops in the lounge. So for you to come through, man, give us some games, some history, brother. We definitely appreciate you coming through, man.
Yeah,
Straight
thank
up,
you,
for sure.
man.
Anything you want to shout out? What you got coming out? Blase blah. I mean,
Well, I'll shout out. Thanks for having me, Lou. I'll shout out artistmanagementgroup.com. I'll just shout out Artist Management Group and go to the website. We're doing a lot of different things. I'm gonna shout out Easy Care Link, our healthcare company. EasyCareLink.com.
Let's go.
Make sure you support Easy Care Link. That's it.
That's it.
Yeah.
Shout out G out. Shout out G out. Where they can DM you and all that.
Rather nobody go to my IG. It's perfect how it is.
This
Don't
has been
bother me.
Another installment of the Underground Lounge. Like, subscribe, follow. Thank you once again to our guests, Metta World Peace.
Yeah.
With a loud.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yes, sir.